Hello, you guys, and welcome back to Mystical Visions. So, it is the season of love. The day you're watching this, the day this comes out, is the day before Valentine's Day, I believe. So, I have a love reading for you. So, today we're going to take a look at messages from the person on your mind. Now, this could be someone you already know, someone you're specifically asking about. Or if you don't really have a person in mind, this could be messages from your partner, the next person coming into your life, the next romantic relationship coming your way, or just a soulmate or a twin flame if that's something you identify with. So I specifically didn't want to use any crystals today because I want you guys to look for a pile of cards that calls to you intuitively. So, as always, I've gone ahead and pre-shuffled the cards, and there is a ton of cards because we're going to take a look at what they're thinking, what they are feeling, their messages, and messages from the universe. Plus, for confirmation, I do have some homemade attribute cards, so we'll dive into that before we dive into any of these cards. So, it's going to be a bit of a long one. I hope you're strapping. But yeah, as always, I've gone ahead and pre-shuffled your piles. I'll give you some time with these cards and you can go ahead and look at which one calls to you intuitively. Timestamps, as always, are in the description. If this reading resonates, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And without much further ado, I'll see you at your reading. Pile 1, hello, welcome to your reading about messages from the person on your mind. Now, if you don't have a specific person in your mind, you can pretty much assume this is messages from either your next partner that's coming your way, or your soulmate or twin flame, whatever you identify with, just a significant romantic relationship that is either coming your way or is already in your life. So, before we dive into the cards themselves, I'm going to go ahead and pre-shuffle some attribute cards. Well, not pre-shuffle, I'll shuffle them on screen. It's been a while, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle some attribute cards, and you can either use these as confirmation or as information. Okay. And maybe a couple more. Oh, that was too many. Okay. You know, this is exactly what happened with your tarot cards. Okay, I might take these two as well. This is exactly what happened with your tarot cards because they were going all over the place. It was not a clean shuffle. I feel like your person has a lot either a lot they want to say or just a lot on their mind right now. But we have black hair. 0 to 5 year age gap. This is between you and them. We have earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So they might have this as one of their prominent signs. They might have a stellium in an earth sign. We have medium / tan skin. We have fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Whoop, whoop. We have smile. They might have a very beautiful smile, very captivating smile. They might make you smile a lot. And we have brown hair and red hair. So we pretty much have the entire hair spectrum here. But yeah, if any of these resonate for the person on your mind, then this is definitely your reading. And if you don't have a person in mind, this might be some attributes that will help you recognize them. So with those out of the way, I should say, if none of these resonate with you and you feel like you're not going to be attracted to any of this, obviously this is not your pile. Maybe select a different pile, or if you want to listen anyway, it could be someone coming your way if you want to keep an open mind. So with that out of the way, let's dive in. So I've gone ahead and pre-shuffle these cards. We're first going to take a look with these cards at what your person is thinking. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the World in reverse. All right, pile number 1. I'm going to go ahead and fix my camera because this is not right. Is that better? Marginally? That's good enough for me. So, the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the World in reverse. All right, pile number 1. I'm sorry, I'm like obsessing over this right now. Maybe your person is a perfectionist, maybe they're a detail-oriented type. But with the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the World in reverse, I feel like what's on this person's mind is something that they've had to walk away from. Now, this could be you or this connection, though it feels like it might have to do more with their money type situation. So if this is a connection that's in separation, maybe this had to do with their money or their sense of financial stability and security, that kind of thing. But with the Queen of Pentacles, there is definitely stability here that's caused them to walk away from something. Or okay. I think I'm starting to get a couple different messages. First, they might see you as the more materially stable one in this connection, and that might actually cause them to withdraw a little bit because it kind of upsets their worldview here. Maybe you identify as the feminine or the divine feminine in this connection, where you are the more nurturing, receptive one. And they are usually used to also being the giver in a situation like this, where it's like balanced. But something might have happened where you almost took over the financial responsibility in this connection, and that's kind of triggered that entire worldview to go upside down. And as a result, they kind of feel like this feels a little bit like a runner dynamic, where this person is kind of running away from the situation because it's triggered some insecurities in them. So that's one interpretation. The other one is actually very interesting, where it feels like this person might be financially dependent on you. They see you as this very nurturing, very giving figure, where you're almost like a balance of the divine masculine and divine feminine, where you provide and you nurture them. And maybe their fear is that if you walk away, they might lose everything. In either case, there's like a sense of codependency here. I'm not going to lie to you, part 1. That it feels almost like this person is starting to rely on you, and they don't like that. They don't like the idea of depending on anyone specifically. I think this fear is very much rooted in deep insecurities, as most fears are. But there's something about you, about how abundant you are, that's kind of really bothering them. Now, obviously, if this is a toxic situation, this Eight of Cups is heavily prompting you to get out. If that is an I am, because you deserve better than a toxic situation. But if it's not toxic, if this is just a deep insecurity that this person is willing to work through, it does feel like it's it's going to trigger some sort of ego death for this person. Because with this world in reverse, it's kind of giving me the vibe of the whole world has turned upside down around you. And it definitely has to do with material abundance. Maybe this person is more anxious financially and you're more chilled out. And that triggers them because they're not comfortable with everyone being so relaxed around money. That could be one sort of thing that's triggering them a little bit. But in either case, it does feel like they're running while you are quite stable. And that might be a dynamic that causes some tension. Well, obviously this is what they think, so this is very subjective. So if that's not your objective truth or your subjective truth, then it might be something you want to have a conversation about. But let's take a look with these 3 cards at what they are feeling, though, about all of this. We have the 7 of Wands in reverse. The King of Wands. And the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay. I think I'm starting to see a pattern here. Oh, it's still bothering me. You guys, is your person like a serial perfectionist? Because I don't usually adjust the camera this many times. Anyway. 7 of Wands in reverse, King of Wands, and the Page of Swords in reverse. In their feelings, there is definitely a lot of fire, but it comes from a place of them wanting the power in a situation, if this makes sense. Where with the King of Wands, this is a king that is very passionate, very forceful. Think of like Emperor energy, think of Aries energy, where they like to be the leader in any situation. They like to be the one giving directions. They like to be the one in charge. And with the 7 of Wands in reverse, it almost feels like this person is so used to being the alpha that they've never had to fight for power, because they might just project a sense of like very boss energy, very big D energy, if you know what I mean. But they might be the kind of person that puts out this vibe of, I'm here, I'm in charge, everybody listen to me. And then you've come in with your stable, unfazed energy of, you can say whatever you want, but I'm going to just do my thing. And they don't quite understand what's going on. With the 7 of Wands in reverse talks about something not working. It's like, it's not working. Something they're fighting for is not working. Well, at least in this context, that's the kind of vibe it's giving me. And the Page of Swords in reverse is usually an indication of someone refusing to embrace like a beginner's mindset, refusing to go back to square one and reevaluate how things are working out for them, or what they need to like backtrack on and learn from. This person is very, very much in their ego, pile one, I'm going to be honest. And I do see a massive ego death coming for them through this connection with you. And they might be in a bit of a chaotic energy. And that explains why these cards were going all over the place when I was shuffling them. Because they wanted to come out in like 10s and 20s. Like, it was crazy. So I think this person is definitely going through something quite chaotic and turbulent. So if you hear from them very erratically as opposed to in like a steady way, just understand that they are trying to battle demons that they don't even understand, because it is things from their past making a reappearance, and they might be projecting that onto you. They might be telling you things like, why are you so calm? How are you not frustrated about this? Why are you like this? Why are you like that? And you're just there like, I'm just a chill guy, you know? And that probably triggers them even more, because that comfort zone is probably conflict. And I just had a strange, oddly specific message. Maybe this person is in the armed forces in some way, and so like their comfort zone has become conflict and combat and that kind of thing. And so maybe like when they see you in your chilled out energy, it really bothers them because it's not what they are used to. Okay, sorry guys, I really have to like fix that angle. Maybe it's not your person, maybe it's just a me problem. But yeah, it does feel like this person is going through it. Their mind is putting them through it right now. And yeah, you hear that bike in the background. That I usually take that as confirmation. And so if you hear from them sporadically, or if they're quite combative with you, just know that it's not you. You're just doing your thing, and you just need to continue doing your thing. And if they know what's good for them, they will use that as an opportunity to learn and grow. But if not, if they walk away, just understand that it's nothing you did. It is just who you are that didn't resonate with them at that time, no matter how much you do for this person. It does feel like they're just in a very chaotic energy right now. So yeah, that's how they're feeling. But let's take a look at their message towards you specifically. So we've got 2 cards and 2 clarifiers. The first cards are Justice, clarified by the 2 of Pentacles. That's interesting because both these cards talk about balance. Like, do you see the yin and yang here and the infinity loop here of balance? I think this person wants to tell you that they are desperately craving balance in the situation. They feel like the situation is quite unbalanced because, like I said, they might see you in like a balanced energy where you're able to provide for them and nurture them, like, and hold space for them to give to you as well. Whereas they are not able to receive. All they know is service. All they know is to give and give and give. And when it comes to receiving, it kind of triggers them, which kind of sounds like an odd thing, but it is from a place of fear. Like, it might seem weird to you that someone might struggle to receive, but as someone who still struggles to receive, hello, let me tell you, it does feel triggering because there's a lot of negative emotions around receiving that you grow up with or that you are used to. And, you know, there's just the most random thoughts come to your mind when someone is doing something nice for you, where it's like, oh, do they want me to do something nice in return? Are they trying to take advantage of me? Are they trying to hurt me? Are they trying to make me out to be selfish? And this and that. Oh, hang on one second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. So, yeah, they might see you in this energy of being able to give and receive in equal measure, and it triggers them to be able to give but not receive, and it does feel like an imbalanced energy. Whereas Justice and the 2 of Pentacles both talk about balance, and they feel like this is just not fair to either of you. And so what they want to say to you is, right now what I need is balance, and this situation does not fulfill that need for me, because you are balanced in your own right and I am not. And that really bothers me to no end, to the point where it's chaotic in my mind, because it makes me feel like you're fine without me, but I am not fine without you. And that's not a situation I like to be in. I like us to be codependent, because that way I feel safe in relationships. Oh, that's heavy. Oh, one that's so heavy. And we have Temperance, which is again about balance. This is Sagittarius energy. It's more dynamic balance. And clarified by the Page of Pentacles. Okay. I think what really bothers this person, especially if they identify as like the masculine in the situation, what really bothers them is that you are financially set. And for a very long time, they feel like that's pretty much all they brought into this situation, because it almost feels like they see you as this Queen of Pentacles, whereas they only see themselves as the Page of Pentacles. You might be the breadwinner in this situation. And that really bothers them because it kind of puts into question everything that they think they are worth. It calls into question what they bring to the table. Like, I'm not going to mince words with you, Part 1. This does feel like someone who is quite insecure because they tie their self-worth to their net worth. And it feels like they've entered a connection with someone whose net worth is more than theirs. And so they see you as more... They see that... They assume that you hold the power in this situation because you hold the money. Maybe in previous relationships, they have held the power because they held the money. And right now, it's like the other way around. And that's really bothering them. And it bothers them that you have that, and you have emotional maturity, and you have stability, and you have reciprocity and the willingness to learn and grow. And, you know, you bring so much to the table that they can't even match. And that really bothers them. Yeah. So what they're really triggered by right now, Part 1, is the fact that you are so, to them, you are so far beyond their league. Which obviously, again, this is their perception that's coming through. It may not be the objective truth and it may not be something you agree with. But to them, you are so far beyond what they think they deserve that it really bothers them. Because they feel like they have no control over the situation. And this does feel like a control freak, because that's the energy that's been coming through this whole time. Like, did you see how many times I had to adjust this camera? It's like I needed it to do something very specific and it wasn't listening. And that really bothered me. So it does feel like this person is not used to letting go of control or sharing control. They like to be the one in power. And since they can't do that here, you may have set a boundary with them. You may have said like, hey, any decisions we make together, or we don't make at all. Things like that. And that may have really bothered them. So if they're walking away right now, Part 1, I would take that as a good sign, because either A, they will do the inner work that brings them back in a more balanced energy because that's what you deserve. Or B, it just means that there's much better out there for you and this person just does not measure up to you. Okay? You know, it's 2025. We don't have time for people who see themselves as inadequate or whatever. So what's your advice from the universe, your spirit guides, or this person? You know, whatever wants to come through. I've kept this open-ended, called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Yeah, right now you're definitely being called to focus on yourself, which I feel like you've been doing this whole time. You're just sitting there. Like I said, you're just a chill guy. You're just sitting there doing your thing. But you might find that very, very soon, some opportunities might come your way where you really start to explore your soul's purpose in this lifetime. You may start to learn why you were put on this planet. You may be going through shadow work of your own, but it's significantly less chaotic than what this person is going through, because to them it is an ego death, but to you it seems more like a level up. It feels like you will start to be more in tune with what your soul wants to do in this world, in this lifetime. And you're definitely being called to focus on that and keep an eye out for little cues and little hints from the universe regarding that sort of thing, as opposed to spending all your time worrying about this person and what they're up to. Definitely focus. I feel like for most of you, this is almost confirmation that you're putting your energy in the right places, because like I said, this Queen of Pentacles, it does feel like this might be your energy. This might be how they see you. And through this whole spread, like, it does feel like you're doing the right thing. And this is just confirmation, really. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing just the right thing. Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Yeah, dude, like, go inwards is what was I trying to say? Wow, I just fully zenned out. Go inwards is the name of the game here. But do you see how in both of these there's like a door that you're sort of walking towards? Like here she is literally walking towards, but here, like with the perspective your eye is led towards. It feels like there's a new door opening for you. Whether it is with this connection, a new connection, whatever, there is a new door opening for you that's going to lead you to a higher level of consciousness. A much higher level. With these two hearts, it's almost feeling like either this person will have like a soul awakening and recognize that your souls are perfectly matched, or someone's going to come into your life where, do you see how the two characters, they're like identical and their hearts are both glowing? There's like a star there. It feels like you might meet someone who is, and there's also a big star here. It's like a divinely guided connection. So either this person will come into alignment where they recognize the divine potential of this connection, or someone will come into your life that will make all of this look like, you know, child's play. Someone who will be much better aligned for you, which personally I am always going to lean towards, because it's not your job to fix anyone, but you know, we all have our journeys. Finally, what's your animal spirit guide? And I love to read these from the book. We have the scarab beetle spirit in reverse. Magic works through you. All right, this is number 52, if that means anything. It could be an age, it could be a birthday. I don't think it's, well, you could be February 5th or May 2nd, that kind of thing. One of you could be born on the 5th, one on the 2nd, one in May, one in February, that kind of thing. Okay, so scarab beetle spirit, magic works through you. Do you doubt your unique inner magic? Are you afraid that you have no originality or that creative juices don't flow through you? Perhaps you mistakenly believe you're not the creative manifesting type. Scarab Beetle Spirit's message is that creativity is a living force that comes to all of us from Spirit, who wants every person on the planet to manifest magic and co-create the world anew. Creativity and magic are your legacy as an expression of the Creator, so let them flow through you. So maybe what's coming for you next, part one, is a creative upgrade, a creative enlightenment. You might discover a creative skill, or if you already do creative work, you might see that level up. And that's definitely what you're being called to focus on. And this person will just sort themselves out, quite frankly. There's nothing you need to do or say in this situation. So that's your reading for today, part one. I hope that helped, because this person is in a chaotic energy. I'm not going to lie to you. But I hope this reading, this spread, brought you some clarity and support. And if it did, then please remember to like and leave me a comment below telling me how this resonated for you. Subscribe to my channel for more readings, and you can always find ways to support me in the description. Stick around to the outro for another reading on my channel, and Thank you so much for being here and sharing your time and energy with me. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Pal number 2, hello, welcome to your reading about messages from your person. So, I've gone ahead and pre-shuffled your cards. We're going to take a look at what your person is thinking, how they're feeling, as well as some messages from them just for you. And of course, we'll take a look at some advice from the universe or spirit guides or your person in connection to this relationship. But first, if you have a person in mind, I'm going to go ahead and pre-shuffle some homemade attribute cards. And if they resonate, then this is definitely a reading. If you don't have a specific person in mind, then these could be little attributes that you can watch out for in the next person that's coming your way, whether that's just a romantic interest or your soulmate or twin flame, whatever you resonate with. These could be some physical attributes you could look out for. But obviously, if you're attracted to none of this and it doesn't resonate with the person on your mind, maybe pick a different reading. But anyway, I've been speaking a lot. So physical traits for pile 2's person, please. Ooh. We have chubby/curvy body. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle them out. And, ooh, it's too many. Okay, I'm going to take all of those. All right. So, we have well-groomed, takes care of their appearance. So, this might be someone who regularly gets their hair done, their nails done, their facial hair done, I guess. We have hair. Yeah, this person definitely takes care of what their hair looks like. We have medium tan skin. Black hair, 0 to 5 year age gap, again. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right. So these might be attributes your person has. And if you don't have a person, this might be the kind of thing that your future person might have. Obviously, take what resonates, and if it feels like something that matches either what you're attracted to or your person that's on your mind. Oh, also long hair. I just saw that and wanted to mention it. Yeah, if that resonates, then this is definitely your reading. All right, so without much further ado, let's take a look at how this person thinks about you, what's on their mind, or just what this person is thinking in general. We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, Judgment, and the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, in this person's mind, this connection feels like it's been divinely handed to them for nothing. So with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, it almost feels like this person doesn't think they've even done anything to receive this. It feels like the angels have sung, blown the trumpet, and the universe has just kind of handed you to them in the 3D. This might be someone who does a lot of manifestation, and it's baffling them that this has actually become a physical 3-dimensional person that has come their way. Earth, and I think this is fire energy, but I could be wrong. It could be air energy, but we did have fire signs come out. So in either case, though, it feels like this person, this might be a very pragmatic person, and usually they see cause and effect, and that might be something their work is related to as well. And they're not used to things just magically falling into their lap. They're not used to having things handed to them. They might have come up in a situation where it's like they felt like they had to work for every single thing that they had. Whereas this connection with you, it feels like it's gold just being given to them. And they don't quite understand how this happened, but it feels like they're gonna take it. Like, do you see how all of these characters here have their like arms stretched out? It almost makes me feel like they're ready to receive. And yeah, when you come into this person's life, or if you're already in this person's life, they're like arms outstretched. They're like, gimme, I will take it. I don't care if I feel like I've earned it or not. I'll take it. Because this is, it seems like you're a physical manifestation of what they've always wanted. And, oh, this is interesting. It might be something like this person spent so long working on themselves, working on relationships, getting couples therapy with previous partners, working on finding their love languages, emotional intelligence, emotional independence, working through like toxic attachment patterns, all of that. And none of their relationships in the past worked. And so they got to a point where they were like, I'm done. I'm not doing any more work. I'm not, like, if I'm to spend the rest of my life alone, that's fine. I don't want to. And then the second they let go, boom, you come in. And it's like, it almost defies all the logic. And there might also be a little bit of resentment towards the nature of how this connection came about. But in like a playful way, I'm getting, where it's like, I did all that work and you can come in, and then now that I threw it all away and let go, you're like, boom, I'm here. Are you joking? What did I do all that for? Like that's the kind of thought process that's coming through, but in like a playful way. This might be a very playful person, might be a very patient person, because obviously they've spent a lot of time waiting, but also all this earth energy. Earth signs are patient, let me tell you. Very, very patient. So it does feel like this person has spent a long time alone. They might have, or, not in mutually supportive partnerships. Like, even if they were in a relationship or several relationships, they might have felt quite alone. Because for the longest time, they may have felt like they were the only one putting the effort in. And the irony of letting go and then suddenly everything paying off is not lost on them. So how is this person feeling about you? We have the Two of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Nine of Swords. All right. Okay, as far as this person's emotions go, they are still a little bit in disbelief, I'm going to be honest. Because with the Two of Wands in reverse, this talks about being smack dab in the present moment. And it almost feels like this character is meant to denote looking at the past and the future at the same time. But like, to me, this almost feels like someone's like shaking their head like, whoa, what? Like doing a double, triple take where they're like, whoa, what? I've looked at my past, I've planned for a specific future, and then boom, someone's come in and whoa, changed everything up. Like being forced into the present moment. I feel like that's the effect you've had on this person. And so they're like, ooh, I don't really understand it. Because maybe this is someone who has dealt with a lot of anxiety, particularly when it comes to romantic relationships, because they didn't really have clarity. With this Nine of Swords card, that's the anxiety card, not being sure what's going to happen next. But this Nine of Wands in reverse, it feels like there is so much work that they've done, But now that you've come in, they recognize that this is a significant connection. This is a connection that they want to keep around, but it's almost like they feel ill-equipped to make sure that it's successful. They feel like, ooh, what if I haven't studied enough? What if I haven't healed enough? What if I accidentally ruin this? You know, there is definitely an undercurrent of anxiety when it comes to this connection, but it's not because you make them anxious, but it's because they're starting to realize just how significant this relationship is to them. It's like we all sit around asking the universe for what we want, but then when we get it, it's like, you know what? What does this mean? What does my paradigm mean now? Who am I now that I have this? I tied my identity around not having it, and then suddenly I have it, and now it's like, whoa, who am I now? And this person might be going through like a tiny bit of an identity crisis where they don't feel like they have what it takes to handle you. I'm hearing you might be quite a handful, in a good way. It feels like this person is trying to measure up to you, pal, too, and that's like pretty much that's the only feeling they have at the moment, where it's like, I love how this person makes me feel. What if they don't feel the same way about me? That feels like an undercurrent. And also, now that my wish has been fulfilled, even when I specifically said I'm not going to ask for it anymore, what does that mean? Who am I anymore? Because I had become comfortable with not having it, and now I have it. So it's like a weird like crisis they're going through, where they don't quite understand who they are in the context of having you. But it's good. It's good because you're triggering an awakening in them. Yeah. They might need you to be a little patient and a little supportive with them, Pearl, too. Just tell them, like, you're doing great, we're okay, I feel secure, I need you to feel secure, that kind of thing, because that will really help them, I think. Yeah, definitely. I'm only laughing, Pearl, too, because this is such a sweet person. They don't want to take one wrong step. Like in this card, do you see how like there's almost like a hesitation of like taking another step forward? Do you see like this person has like one foot up, but then one foot hasn't made it all the way up yet? It's like they're not quite sure if, you know, what if I take the wrong step and I upset Pal too, and then it proves to me that the love that I was looking for doesn't exist. What now? Like, do I allow myself to even go there? That kind of thing. Very sweet person, Pal too. I think you've definitely lucked out. But what's the message for you? We have the 7 of Coins in reverse, of course. And that's clarified by the Chariot in reverse. Oh, yeah. Okay. Both 7s, by the way. The 7 of Coins upright talks about investing in something. And in terms of a relationship, that's like obviously putting down roots, settling down with someone, you know, becoming official, whatever. And the Chariot upright talks about fast-paced forward movement, victory, rushing towards what you want, all that good stuff. Both of these are in reverse. In many ways, these are like very opposing energies. Because the 7 of Coins is stability. Someone is investing in their future. They may not see the rewards yet. But they know that whatever is coming their way is going to be so worth it. Whereas the Chariot is like full steam ahead. Don't care how it's going to play out. I just want to go. And both these cards are in reverse. They want to tell you that they don't know where to go next. They don't know where you stand. This might be a very new relationship with this ace, especially. This might be a very new relationship. And, ooh, lots of mirroring. You have 2 7s here. You have card number 20, which is like XX. You have 2 9s here. You have 2 of Wands. There's a lot of mirroring. You might find that you're very similar people. But that's just a by the by. But yeah, what they want to tell you right now is they don't understand this connection, and it's making them a little bit anxious. They almost want you to come in with clarity. They want you to pick up this Chariot moment and be like, okay, this is who we are. This is what we're doing next. This is where our relationship stands. Like, they want you to come in and give them that clarity. Because they're afraid to invest. Because with things they've invested in the past, it's ended up being thrown in their face. And although they recognize that you are not like anyone they've been with before, there is still that residual fear. Oh, maybe this could talk about uprooting the things that they have invested in the past. Maybe they are restructuring how they see themselves, how they see relationships. And so with the Chariot in reverse, like, that's going to take them a little bit of time to figure out. But in either case, I think what they would say to you is, hey, can I have a bit of reassurance about where we are in relation to each other? Can we have a conversation? But also, I don't want to have a conversation because that's scary. Like, what if you reject me? Like, that kind of thing. I think this person just really, really wants clarity, because that way then they can decide whether they were right or whether they will be happy. Like, they can't have it both ways. They can't be right because their sense of what's possible comes from their past conditioning. So they can't be right and happy at the same time. So they want to know which way to lean. We have the Hermit. Another 9. Clarified by the Star. Yeah. That's so okay. So in like the original Rider-Waite tarot, I believe, the Hermit is seen as holding a star in a cage. And then we have the Star. It almost feels like this person, they thought they had it all under control, and then you came in and they're like, whoa, you know, who am I? What am I? It's like that Neil Breen movie, that Twisted Pair thing. Oh, if you've watched Neil Breen, first of all, oh geez, we stick together. But there's this sense of, yeah, I'm definitely getting an identity crisis. Oh, big time identity crisis. Because this person spent this whole time focusing on themselves, working on themselves in order to be a good partner. And now you've brought them the opportunity to be a good partner. And they're like, I don't know. You know, I don't know what to do. Part 2, I don't understand. What is this? What does any of it mean? It's like going from earth energy to air energy. It's like a whole like opposite sort of transition, you know, where they're like they've been so grounded in the physical reality. They've been so like realistic. Like, they might call themselves a realist. And when you come in, it's like they're being shown that, oh, your fantasies had meaning. They weren't just like wishful thinking. They weren't just random ideas that you thought once and then threw away and then it floated away into the ether. No. Your fantasies, your desires, the things that you wanted in a partner were very much real and very much worth grounding into reality. And all the work that they've been doing is paying off. And so what would they want to tell you? They want to tell you that they've been alone so long that it's almost like they forgot how to be around a partner. Because do you see how, like, there's two people here, there's two sphinxes here, both of these are in reverse. There's one person here, there's one person here, both of these are upright. It's like they've forgotten what it's like to share the burdens and the joys of life. And then you've come in and it's almost like you're shining a light on those aspects of who they want to be, that they've forgotten that they're capable of being. And it's almost like they don't really know if they even have it in them anymore, which they do. Obviously they do. But it's like they're going to need you to bring them out of their shell a little bit, I think. That's what they would say to you. Like, please, like, I don't know how to come back out into the world like that. I need you to, like, drag me out of my comfort zone. Show me that, you know, the happiness that I'm looking for is out there. Show me that you feel the way that I do, and I can't even speak. Wow. That show me that you feel the way that I do, and that you're willing to put as much of the work in as I have. You, as an individual, you may have been through quite a lot of the same circumstances. You may have done a lot of work, Pal 2. You may have done a lot of, like, growing and maturing and working through, like, relationship therapy and couples counseling and that kind of thing with someone else. And you've learned a lot from your experience, and they've learned a lot from their experience. And then now you've been put together because you're now, like, perfectly baked. And you're, like, a good match now with this person. And do you see, like, all of these major arcana? This is a significant connection. It is. And it's almost like this person is struggling a little bit to believe it. And if they had the words for it, I feel like this person struggles to put their thoughts into words a lot. If they had the words for it, they would tell you, like, I'm terrified because in the past, when I've looked forward to connections like this and I've done all the work, it feels like it was pointless. And that was disheartening. So now that we are here with you and me, as in you and your person, it almost feels like I don't even know where to go next. I don't even know what to do. It's like all my learning has just sort of disappeared. This person may have obsessed over personal development. They may have obsessed over self-improvement, like that kind of thing. And now when it comes to applying it, it feels like they don't really know where to begin. They know all of this in their mind. They just don't know how to apply it and also be open to a connection at the same time. Interesting. At the very core of it, Pile 2, they have very strong feelings for you. They do. And they're afraid of how strong these feelings are because it, like I said, it feels like you're a literal, like, dream come true for this person. And they're not quite sure how to react to that. So finally, let's take a look at some advice for you. Now, this could be advice from your person. It could be advice from the universe, spirit guides, ancestors, whatever you believe in. We have lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. Ooh, okay, not to jump the gun, because it does feel like it's a very new connection, but there is a strong possibility that you may have had previous lifetimes with this person. And this whole time when they were like wishful thinking and, you know, trying to manifest someone like you, it may not have been like random. It may have been them craving a relationship that they had with you in a previous lifetime. And now that you've come in, it's like awakening a lost memory in them. It's like if you've watched Atlantis, which one of my top 3 all-time favorite Disney movies, easily. But if you've watched Atlantis, you know that moment where it like comes out of the sea in the movie? It almost feels like that's their soul right now, where it's like it was so immersed in these like deep, dark waters in isolation. And like you've come in and you've like lassoed it, and then like you're dragging it out the water now. And it's like all of that stress, all of that fear, all of it is kind of like washing down them right now. Yeah. Wow. This was supposed to be advice. I don't understand. I feel like the universe just wants to give you more and more clarity. And I feel like this person wants to give you more and more clarity. But honestly, just keep doing what you're doing. Pile 2, because not only is it going to strengthen your relationship, it's really going to help this person evolve. We have trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Well, yeah. I feel like, funnily enough, this seems to be advice for them more than for you. But with all the mirroring, if you feel like a lot of this resonated for you as well, I feel like I should have mentioned this a lot earlier in this reading. But if it feels like a lot of this resonates with you, because like we saw, it does seem like you've done a lot of similar work and you've been through a lot of similar situations, you might be feeling quite the same way. So this might be advice for the both of you to just like trust your path. Trust that whatever has brought you together has done so for a reason. It's not randomly that we meet people, especially significant connections. Like this one seems very significant. It's really not random, and you're definitely being called to have a lot more faith in this connection. Finally, with the animal spirit, you guys know I love to read these from the book. We have the badger spirit. Be fearless and bold. Beautiful. Oh, I love this guy. Look at his goth eyeliner. I love it. Number 4 might be significant. You might have a 4-year age gap. Oh, we did have 0 to 5-year age gap. So maybe someone was born in April. Maybe someone was born on the 4th, life path 4s. Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. Badger spirit rejoices at your persistence and commitment to what is true for you. Whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith in your partnership with spirit is paying off, and the results will soon coalesce into form. That's just the message we had. Anyway, the gift of Badger spirit is the surety that taking a risk now and being courageous, fearless, and bold will yield wondrous results. Badger spirit says you have what it takes to get what you want. Don't be afraid to make the first move. Badger spirit loves your brave and mighty heart. Maybe you're being called to take the first move and tell this person how you feel. And that will give them the confidence to reciprocate. I do feel like this person needs you to take the lead in many ways, because they're tired of always being the one taking the lead. But I definitely see this being a very significant connection for you, Pile 2. Congratulations. So that's everything I have for you today. Pile 2, I really hope this resonated and brought you some clarity and support. If it did, please remember to like and comment below how this resonates for you. Subscribe to my channel for more readings. There's ways in the description in which you can support my work. And yeah, thank you so much for being here today and sharing your time and energy with me and letting me read for you. I really do hope you enjoyed it and it brought you some support. You can stick around to the outro for another reading on my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Pile number 3. Hello, welcome to your reading. So today we're talking about messages from your person, what's going on in their mind, what's going on in their feelings, what they would like to say to you, and of course some advice. But you don't necessarily have to have someone specific in mind. If you don't, then this could very much apply to someone that's coming in your romantic future, or a soulmate or a twin flame if that's stuff you resonate with. Yeah, before we get into the actual cards, I should say that your cards were quite shy while I was shuffling them, the tarot cards, and yeah, that might be an indicator as to this person's personality type. But I do have some homemade, very much homemade attribute cards, so these might either be confirmation for your person that you have in mind. They're very messy to shuffle, as you can tell. But let's take one more. Okay, let's take that one. Oh, the fire signs. They've come out for all 3 piles. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But we also have, we have water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And we also have air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this person might have some or all of these placements as significant in their chart. We have eyebrows. So something about the eyebrows might be quite striking. Baby face or soft, round features. I'm sorry, guys, it's quite late. But yeah, they might have very soft, rounded features, but then we also have angular, sharp facial features. So it does feel like this might be a very well-rounded person. Thank you. Yeah, this might be someone who has like a good mix of soft and sharp features. We have well-groomed, takes care of their appearance. And we have birthmarks, moles, freckles. So they might have quite significant birthmarks or freckles, that kind of thing. So if this sounds like the person in your mind, on your mind, then this is just confirmation that you're in the right place. But if it doesn't, then I would pick a different pile. Or again, if you don't have a person, these might be features that you can use to recognize the next significant relationship in your life. So now that we have those out of the way, if you're still here, hello, pile 3. Yeah, like I said, your cards were quite shy coming out. I got this feeling of like a very gentle spirit, very soft, very quiet, type of personality. But with these first 3 cards, we're going to take a look at what's on your person's mind. What are they thinking about you, this connection, or in general? We have the Hierophant in reverse, the Hanged Man. Ooh, okay, Major Arcana, always a good sign. And Justice in reverse. All right. Okay. This person's feelings for you run a lot deeper than they let on. But again, lots of air energy here. This is Libra, Aquarius. This is Taurus, though. But what's interesting is all these characters are upside down. You may have turned this person's perception of love and relationships just completely upside down. And maybe they think about that a lot. Can we focus? Thank you. Okay, so maybe they think about that a lot. Maybe to this person, relationships were very structured, were very specifically balanced, very like give and take, very transactional. That's the word, very transactional. And then you've come in with this hanged man energy of actually let's do something completely different, you know, let's break tradition, let's break this idea of reciprocity and everyone should have equal shares in a relationship at all times, we get always 50-50, like that kind of thing. Like this person might have been used to very structured, very you know, very by the book relationships, and you've come in and you've brought in like a bunch of fluidity into their life, and now they're seeing things with a whole new perspective. And so when they think of you, they think of everything in their past that they've learned just being turned on its head. Because the Hanged Man is the only card upright, and even then, this character is upside down. Like, everything they've ever thought about relationships, everything they've ever linked to romance and love and that kind of thing, they're almost unlearning through their connection with you. Maybe this person comes from a very traditional family, very conservative background, where it's like, oh, each person has a very specific role in the connection and you can't veer off of that. But then you might have come from a very alternative family, a very liberal family, something like this, and you've challenged everything they thought they knew about love, and now they're like almost having to relearn what it means to be in a relationship, what it means to be committed to someone. Because I think when they think of you, they think of freedom. You make them feel free, Pile 3, which is so incredibly sweet. Yeah, this might be a person that's come from a very structured upbringing, maybe very like religious, strict upbringing, and then you might have almost challenged that notion. And maybe they resisted it a little bit because Taurian energy can be quite fixed, quite stubborn. And maybe they resisted that initially, but then over time you've almost like chipped away at them piece by piece, where now they're finding enlightenment, they're finding love and joy in a more open and free sense. So that's what they think of you. Wow, you've had a massive impact on this person's life, whether you know it or not, Pile 3. How do they feel though? We have the Two of Swords in reverse, the Hanged Man in reverse. All right. Okay. Come on now. And the Seven of Cups in reverse as well. Yeah, okay. The way this person feels about you is you're the one. You're the only one they see. You're the only one they care about. Two of Swords in reverse. There's no options. There's no, like, they don't even need to think. They don't even need to, like, you could wake them up in their sleep and ask them whom they love and they would immediately say your name. Immediately. Hanged Man in reverse. They don't need a new perspective. They don't need to go back to who they were, or they don't even see anyone else. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, Seven of Cups upright talks about illusions and options and, you know, having so many things to choose from. They don't care. They don't. They see you and you alone, Pile 3, and that's so sweet. That is so sweet. And they might struggle to express that quite a bit because with all these cards in reverse, it almost feels like they keep their feelings to themselves. They don't like express it out loud. But oh, Pile 3, this person. Oh my goodness. This person already sees you as like, you're it for me. you're it. I don't care. I don't care who else is in my life, be it friends, family, siblings, enemies, whatever they say does not mean a thing. What you say goes. You've changed this person so fundamentally to the point where they almost worship the ground you walk on, not in like a toxic way, but in like a I'll literally do anything for you kind of way. Pile 3. Oh, this is a keeper, and they see you as a keeper big time. They see you as like it for them. You are it. They don't like, if you've ever felt any sort of insecurity about like, what if this person, wanders off? What if they find someone who's better? Nah, there is no other person in their world. Like it can't be, because they are just not even the same person that they were before they met you. And not only have they fallen in love with you, through knowing you, they've fallen in love with themselves. And that is the most powerful thing you could ever do for anyone, and you've done it for this person, and it's almost like you don't even know it. I mean, the very fact that you're here suggests that this person hasn't brought it up. They haven't told you any of this. Or if they have, this is like confirmation that they really did mean it. Because this is, I mean, do you see the cards? Do you see them? You're it for this person. You are. Like, there is no going back to who they used to be, because they don't even recognize who they were before you. They don't even identify with who they used to be before they met you. And they can't even imagine a future that doesn't involve you as their partner. Not as a friend, not as a colleague, not as whatever, as their person, as the person they want to spend the rest of their life with. Like, I've never felt conviction this strong in a reading before. It's almost like that stubbornness that they had, they've kind of transmuted it into commitment for you. Which, if you can get a stubborn person to be stubborn about you, like, baby, you got it all. That is so beautiful. Part 3, I'm so happy. I'm so pumped for you, honestly. Oh, okay, but let's take a look at actual messages from them, though, because, I mean, not that we need any more, but let's see what more they have to say. We have the 6 of Cups. Aww. And to clarify that, we have Strength in reverse. Yeah. It's like you give them the ability to let go. I think in their life before you, they've had to hold a very rigid image. They've had to hold a very specific position in, like, I want to say the hierarchy of their house. They might have been like the oldest kid or the youngest kid, or like have a very specific role in their house that they were expected to fulfill growing up. And that because of that, they've had to like be extremely strong all the time. They've had to be extremely like forthcoming and giving, and they might have had to provide for their family at a very young age, even if it means like emotionally, that kind of thing. And there was a lot of expectations, but it feels like you give them the sense of like, I got it. You can chill out for a bit. They feel like they can be the worst, most like weakest, most vulnerable self with you. And that to them feels like a blessing that they can never repay. That feels like, I'm hearing heaven's gift. I don't know. Maybe your person believes in like a literal heaven. But it feels like to them, that's a gift that they can never repay, is you creating a safe enough space where they can let their guard down. And if they have the words to tell you, it almost feels like this person doesn't know how to communicate all of this to you, as opposed to not wanting to. It's like they don't have the words. They don't have enough words to do justice to just what you've done for them. And I keep hearing like, you don't even know. You don't even realize it. You don't even know. You don't even know what you've done for me. Oh, it's beautiful. The weight, like the depth of emotion they have for you, Pile 3, is like, it's beyond words. It like, it transcends time and space almost. But it feels like you've given them things that they never even felt like they would ever have. They didn't even know existed. They didn't even know you could have these feelings. You could have this kind of like generosity and love. And you've just like handed it to them for no reason. Like, just have it. And to them, that's like mind blowing. They would tell you that like, sometimes when I feel weak, there is literally no one I want by my side but you, because I know that you will take care of it. You will take care of anything that requires my attention. You'll hold space for me to be my least powerful self, so that I can process it and move through it and then come back to normal. Whereas they probably haven't had anyone else in their life really who could do that for them. We have the Knight of Cups. Oh, Pile 3. Oh, this person is so besotted by you. And we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, don't freak out, because this is a good thing. This is a very good thing, because with the Knight of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, this 10 of Pentacles, again going back to the Hierophant energy, it feels like a very like rigid idea that was thrust upon them about what life should look like with the right person, and you know, with the right circumstances. You need to be the provider, and you need to be the supporter, and you need to like have this much in your savings, and you need to have a house this big, and you need to have like 12,000 children, and blah, 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 blah. And you've come in and you've completely rephrased all of it. You've recontextualized all of it. And they would tell you that your love has single-handedly destroyed what they thought they wanted, and made them realize that they didn't actually want it. It's what someone else wanted for them. It's what society wanted for them. But they didn't. And you've come in and you've like opened their eyes, and you've shown them that it's okay to want something that doesn't align with everyone else's expectations of them. And I would be very surprised if if you're not with this person already, like if you know each other and you're not in a connection together. That would baffle me. But also it does, like with the Knight of Cups, it does mean that they might come forward with all of this very soon, because the Knight of Cups is someone who like rides in with a message, like a cup of love. So That might come your way very soon if it hasn't already. And if you don't know this person, you will know who they are, because they will come in like with a very strict idea of what relationships should be. And you will watch them like transform in front of your eyes, and you won't even know how big an impact you'll have in their life until you see like maybe a few months or years down the line where you're like, whoa, who are you? Like, you are nothing like the person I met, but in a good way. But in either case, pile 3, this person is absolutely like head over heels in love with you. And that's honestly all you need to know. Like, you've changed them in ways that no one, like, they didn't even think was possible, but in a good way. So let's take a look at some advice for you. This could be from the universe, spirit guides, your person, your higher selves, whoever. We have big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Maybe if you're in like very early stages with this person where things are like a little like, like a little not sure where it's going. This person is very rigid with who they think they are. I think the universe wants you to hold the big picture. Like, obviously, if it's toxic, don't, because that's not the person we're talking about. But if you have an inkling of like, yeah, this is my person, but we're not quite at this stage yet, you're definitely being called to like keep in mind what's possible. Obviously, like, don't let them get away with treating you horribly, but understand that there is more under the surface than they're letting on. Yeah, maybe that's why their cards were so like shy and quiet, because it's not that this person doesn't want to be forthcoming with their feelings. It's just that, one, they are afraid of how you might take it, but 2, they just don't have the vocabulary yet to express it. And you might want to lead with example, maybe lead by example, and tell them like, hey, this is how I feel about you, and this is an opportunity for you to express how you feel. Just create a safe space for them is what I'm getting here. But in either case, like, there is a lot of like creative work you might do together. You might end up having children together, which is ultimate creation. But if that's something you want. If not, you might like end up just having a creative venture together. But whatever it is, the two of you were put together for a very specific reason. And, well, I'm assuming several specific reasons, but one of them was definitely to show this person just how important and precious they are, and how worthy they are of having a choice, of having a voice, having a say in the matter, especially when it comes to their own life. And we have dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Yeah, if you're feeling stuck with this person and not sure what to do, just leave it be. Just leave it be. This person will figure it out. They're plenty clever. They'll figure it out. They'll come forward. If you're not in communication right now, it's not that they don't want to communicate. They just don't know how to. Just leave it. They'll figure it out. It's up to them. Ball is in their court always. Because I feel like you're definitely the one that puts your thoughts out there, puts your feelings out there. And they struggle with it. So it's not your job to fix them. You're not going to have to do anything to help them come out of their shell. They are going to learn by observing you. So for now, if you feel like you're in a stuck energy with this person, just trust that what they feel for you is so much deeper than what they're expressing, and so much more powerful than what you can imagine. And move ahead. Do your thing. Let them be. So finally, with the animal spirit card, I love to read these. We have Wombat Spirit, be at home. Aww. So beautiful. Look at the guy's little crown. Be at home. This is number 68. I love reading these from the book because they are surprisingly accurate. 68 might mean something to you. 6th of August, 8th of June. One might be born on the 6th, one on the 8th, one in August, one in June. However that resonates for you. Wombat spirit. Burrowing deep into the ground, remaining safe, sound, and well-fed with family is a special trait of the wombat. Home sweet home is always available if you recognize that well-being is the truth of life. When you feel the freedom to be yourself, you can begin to truly feel at home in your life with your family and tribe. Right now, you're in a beautiful place where you can hang up the coat of your identity and settle into a true sense of home and well-being, understanding that all is well. Everything you do from this place rings true in harmony with spirit. I feel like that was more a message for them than for you, but if you resonate with both ways, then maybe it is for you. But maybe that's what they feel you do for them. Or maybe you're just being called to embrace the energy of home. Beautiful, beautiful reading, Pile 3. I'm so happy for you and this person because, wow, this is rare, this kind of love. But yeah, dude, I hope this resonated, Pile 3. I am so happy for you. And I'm so grateful that you're here and you've shared your time and energy with me because this has put me in a much more happy mood. So thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you today. I really do hope this brought you some support and some clarity. And if this resonated, remember to give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment below letting me know how it resonated. You can subscribe to my channel for more readings. There's ways in which you can support me in the description below. Stick around to the outro just after this. And yeah, thanks so much for being here and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.